Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well and having a really great day in this video. I wanted to go through the temperatures of my basement here along with the temperatures of the GPUs that are in all of these Octaminers that you guys have probably recently seen all the videos of me, transitioning when I had the long metal shelves along here and I had all my open air mining rig frames on that side. I'm no longer using these. I am now transitioned fully, almost fully into Octaminers. Later, in the later half of this video, I will go through all the Hive OS settings for my Octaminers that I have running currently. So I want to go through some questions some people had and maybe some worries. The biggest one right now that a lot of people seem to be asking is the weight from these Costco aluminum metal shelves. And so I'm going to show you something here. If we go over here, these shelves explain that they can handle up to 800 pounds per shelf. All right, 800 pounds. And what I did some calculations and I got some of the numbers of how much a typical GPU weighs. I did a single RTX 3090. It's in one of these cases. A single 3090 weighs about almost 5 pounds or less. And so I checked out some other graphics cards, 3070 Ti, 3070s, they weigh a little bit less depending on the model. But generally, I'm gonna say these GPUs that I have all in here are about 5 pounds or less. So in this row right here, for example, I have about 52 graphics cards. All right, so about 40 in these X8 Ultras, 5 of them, so 5 times 8. That's 40 graphics cards, plus another 12 in this X12 Ultra. So that's about 52 graphics cards. If you did 52 times 5, that equals to about 260 pounds, okay, roughly. And then the weight for the Octaminers are around 17 kg, which is, I believe, less than 45 pounds for each Octaminer X8 Ultra. I think the X12 Ultra is like 60, 70, around 60 pounds or less. So if I did the math here, it'd be about, I'm gonna say 320 pounds. So what's 320 pounds plus 260? That's gonna be about 600 and something plus change. And I'm being a bit generous on the, I guess, the weight on each of the GPUs and also the Octaminers as well. I gave a little bit more headroom there. So 650 pounds or less right now. And so this shelf, if it can handle 800 pounds, it should theoretically handle all these Octaminers. So that's just one thing I wanted to go through with all of you. And similar, I would say that side would be a little bit heavier because I have 2 X12 Ultras and 4 X8 Ultras. And yeah, that's totally fine. I do have the Jazz Miner. But this thing is pretty light anyway, so that's all well and good. That's running just fine. So that's just one of the things I wanted to mention, and a lot of you guys were asking. And of course, this video sponsored by Octaminer. If you guys are interested in server cases like these, they don't sell the X8 Ultras anymore, but they do sell the X8 Ultra Plus, which has the bigger fans and 4 750 watt power supplies instead of the 2 that these X8 Ultras have. Use coupon code RedPandaMining for $50 off if you guys are interested. Okay, and going along, guys, I just wanted to show you the back. Try to make my cable management as good as I can. The networking cabling is, I would say, decent, subpar. You can see what I did here. But all of my C13 to C14 cables, beautiful red from infinitecables.ca are all across the floor here. I was thinking I'm gonna order maybe some 2 or 3 foot C13 to C14 cables, because you can see how all of my PDU power distribution units are set here underneath, right on the second shelf that I made underneath the Octaminers. This is something I thought that was pretty cool. Another PDU over here. So I have 3 30 amp 240 volt PDUs here. The metered ones, they're all metered, right? So I can generally see how much power we are using here. So I'm using 20, almost 21 amps on this one. My trip light, I am using 28 amps, so I'm definitely over the 80% rule. That's probably not okay, but I'm okay with that for now. And then I have my other PDU over here, about 19, almost 20 amps usage on here. So I could potentially split up and I guess distribute the power a bit better. I was just turning everything on one by one, and it was a lot of work, I had to say. It was definitely a lot of work, but Anyways, the rest of this video, guys, let's go in the computer. I'm gonna show you guys all the Octaminers that I have on right now. I actually have 2 off. This X8 Ultra, because I think something may have happened to it. I have a bunch of LHR cards in here that I can't turn on. It just won't go into Hive OS. And then I have another X12 Ultra with 12 3060s, but all the fans are dead. And I already have an RMA process going with Octaminer. They said they can send me new fans. And well, yeah, that'll be all well and good. But anyways, guys, let me just quickly show you the outside ambient temperature right now around this general area is around 97 Fahrenheit. 97. 89. And then up here is about almost 100 Fahrenheit. So all the heat is being funneled outside to this exhaust fan here. And yeah, you can see how everything it's just gonna be flowing up through there. Now, in another video, I am gonna go to Home Depot and get like some plywood or some styrofoam HVAC stuff and just make like a wall so that all the hot air could be funneled out this way a lot better. But to be honest, when I stand out here in the basement, it's much cooler now. It's much cooler where I'm standing. And if I show you guys over here, it's about 84 Fahrenheit. So I do feel a lot of the air, right, is being drawn this way and essentially out there, right? All the cold air is being funneled through the Octaminers. Well, I'll show you guys the temperatures right now in Hive OS. So let's go in the computer right now. Okay, guys. So it's been about 5 days since I recorded that first half of the video, and you can tell by my voice that I'm actually pretty sick right now. I'm getting better. It was much worse a couple days ago, but right after I changed all my Octaminers to that shelf, cleaned up everything, I got incredibly sick. So I think I breathed in something wrong, and ever since then I just lost my voice, but I'm recovering. I'm getting much better. So going along, I have Octaminer 02. This rig here is all 3090s, and you can tell here are the temperatures right now. Okay, 58 degrees, 56, 56, 53, 52, 51. All, and the memory temps, that's the big one, under 92. This is all micron memory, so I advise not to go above 102, 100. In my opinion, I like to keep the memory temps under at least 95, just to, yeah, as low as you can, obviously. I haven't changed the thermal pads on these at all, so yeah. Anyways, next rig is the A2000 rig, and this rig is also doing very well. No issues. You guys can see the temperatures here. And these are all modded as well. These are all the modded A2000s. Okay, so that's all well and good. Next rig is my 1070 rig. This rig is the one that's solo mining flux, as you all know. And I will show you an update that how much flux this thing has mined thus far. And there you go, 851 flux. All right, just in case some people are wondering, I will make a node video once I hit 1,000. I have some pending parallel asset payouts, so it might be a bit more. And actually I have a whole bunch of other flux here waiting to be paid out once they're available. So I actually, as of right now, I should be able to hit that 1,000 flux, but obviously it's not paid out yet until those parallel assets are paid out, right? So, but anyways, yeah, 851. I'm getting really close. Solo mining flux since the beginning of January. And as you guys know, this whole 1070 rig, I'm going to be giving it away by the end of this year, Christmas time. Okay, all these 1070s I'm gonna give away Christmas time, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, temperatures look just fine here. All right, next rig, 3080s. All right, yeah, these are not great temperatures, memory temps, because I have to thermal pad all these, but the core temps are good, but the mem temps are not good. I'm getting good, like I guess 101 mega hash. 95 here, 96 here, because I have some memory issues with these. I get the NVIDIA driver errors every time I go above a certain number on memory on some of my 3080s, like these two. It just crashes constantly. So it looks like 1600 is the max I can go, 1100. Maybe once I change the thermal pads, it will maybe behave a lot better. So maybe stay tuned for that video when I have the energy to change all the thermal pads on these cards. Okay, going along, next rig is the 3070 Ti rig. Okay, I'm getting about 78 mega hash, and it looks like I have a few cards here that are throttling. I think, actually, you know what, not throttling, but I have 104, 106 mem temp on these two. Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. Okay, I'm gonna, yeah, okay, I have to take note of this, guys. This is the first time I'm looking at it.
since I set up all those Octominers. Okay, going along is the Octominer 07. This is another 3080 rig, and yeah, temps look good except for number 2 here. This one's getting 102 Celsius temp here, mem temp, so that's not great. That's not great. All right, so that's that one. Next one is 3070s. Okay, so yeah, 3070 temperatures are completely fine. I do have to change the mem on some of these cards. I think they're too high, as I'm getting a lot of invalid shares, so that's okay. Next 3070 rig, yeah, temps look just great, and also the Octominer fans, to point out, are not running max, so that's a great point there. And here's another 3070 rig. I also need to lower the memory on a few of these because they're getting a lot of invalids here. This Octominer is at 100% fan. Wow. So yeah, the temps on these GPUs look to be just fine as well. Okay, then the last rig I have here is the Strix 30, all Asus Strix cards. And yes, I have some major thermal throttling issues happening on this last rig. I think this is the only rig that I'm seeing lower temps. Lower mega hash on this 3090, which gets 95 mega hash, 110 Fahrenheit. That's not good. That's not good. 3080, 70, that's not good either. 3090, 116, that's not good. I can normally get 120 mega hash here, 120, 120. Oh, this one I'm getting 120, the last one, but that's 106 degrees Celsius mem temp, which is, that's not good either. I mean, okay, yeah, a lot of these cards I need to thermal pad, definitely, or copper shim or whatever. All right, guys, that's it. I just wanted to show you all the temps of what happened basically, and I think generally overall it's fine. And I think no matter what, some of these cards I need to thermal pad. That's the ultimate end all be all. No open airframe, no Octominer, no server case is gonna help these crazy memory temperatures. It's just from the factory that these some of these cards just have terrible stock thermal pads. All right, my friends, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. I can't talk anymore. Hopefully I'll get better soon. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.